Hey y'all, this is Ginginese, coach of the Texas Tornadus, here with round 1 of the PAC YouTube Draft League playoffs. This first round is actually a rematch of week 1 against Mountaih and the Immunity Idols. A lot has changed from week 1 to now, but on his team, Victini and Kartana still blow through my team. So let me just give you a quick breakdown of what we brought here. First off, obviously, Deep Fried, our regular season kill leader, the Life Orb Blaziken. We have Tommy Chong, our Trick Room Colbur Slowbro. It's got pretty inaccurate moves, but it can put a dent in everything on my opponent's team, so I thought that bringing Pump over Scald and Focus Blast was worth it. We've got Blue Dream, our Boots Thunderous T. It's kind of a weird set, but really Electric is the only coverage that we need for their team, and so if some things go down early, we can Nasty Plot up and do a whole lot of damage. Shatter, our Never Melt Ice Cryogonal. Spin is just for T-Spikes because we're not too worried about rocks. And Knockoff is if we can predict a switch, maybe get some heavy-duty boots off of somebody. Cached, our Corsola with Mirror Coat for Special Victini and for Goodra, some other things as well. And finally, our High Powdon, the Leftovers Hippo with Rock's Toxic Whirlwind. It's a set that we've been using a lot lately, and it's been giving us a lot of success. So we'll see what we can do here, see if we can avenge our loss from week 1, but I will cut until we get into the battle. Alright, so here we are for the battle against Mountaih. Good luck, have fun. Really excited, first round of the playoffs. Is a rematch of week 1 of the regular season, so it should be good. That game came down to the very end. It was a 2-0 from him. Let's see what he's got. Okay, this is almost exactly what I expected, so let's go Queen. We've got Cart, Goro, Rotom, Victini, and Goodra. I think this is actually the exact same team that he brought in week 1. Let's see, did I expect anything different? I expected Hatterene this time instead of Goodra, but I mean, Goodra is still extremely strong against me. Alright, I had already decided before the battle that I'm going to lead Slowbro. I Trick Room turn 1 unless he leads Goodra, and then I hard switch into my Corsola. Okay, so I've got some notes down here. So there's no Tornadus and there's no Empoleon, which is nice. So the only things that have defog on his team are Kartana and Rotom. The only things that have priority are Pangoro with Bullet Punch. Victini could have Quick Attack, but I doubt it, but it's a possibility. But so if I can get rid of Pangoro, Blaziken has a chance to sweep at the end. I think Rotom most likely has defog. Cart probably doesn't, but it gets it. So if we get up hazards, we only have Stealth Rocks on Hippowdon. But anyway, again, good luck, have fun to Mountaih, and yeah. Playoffs is always more exciting than the regular season, especially when it was such a battle to get to playoffs in the first place. Pangoro. Okay, so cool thing about this is we're Colperberry had actually planned for this specific situation. Because we're Colbur, we actually take a knockoff into a Bullet Punch, so we're just going to go for the Trick Room right away, see if we can get some information about what this Pangoro is. He goes for the knock, hits our Colbur, obviously. How much damage does this do? About 130? That looks like it... Oh, that was a crit? Okay, hold on. So, crit, we didn't see an item. A crit looks like no boosting item, but it is adamant. We're going to go for the Focus Blast. If we hit it, amazing. And we do. Okay, so this has a small chance to kill. Depends on his investment. Alright, that's about what I expected. So we're going to get knocked out here with the knockoff. Okay. So that's totally fine. Goro KO's bro. And now we can... I think, actually... Let's see. Say this is no speed. Do we still underspeed with our Corsola? Yeah, we do. So I'm actually going to Nightshade. I would have liked to get out my Hippowdon, and that might have been a better move, but I think just getting the guarantee kill here, making sure, because if we send out Hippowdon, we go for Quake, we probably still get the kill, but then Rotom comes out, and then we're in a tricky spot. Whereas nothing really wants to come in and take on Corsola. And Pangoro is at a point right now, I really doubt that it would be Boots. So if we do get up rocks in the future, we know that Pangoro can't come back in. So something to consider. I would think that you just let this go down, though. But we'll see. That was about what I expected to have happen from that lead. I thought that Slowbro didn't really do too much in this game, but I wanted to bring it anyway, specifically for Trick Room. And there were a couple team set. Oh, he withdraws. Okay, that's interesting. What do we get? Goodra? Okay. That is absolutely fine with me. We go for the Nightshade. We don't have rocks on the... Oh, it's Leftovers. Interesting. Okay. So, Leftovers Goodra. I am really, really curious what you're going to go for here. I think I'm going to Willow right now, just to make sure that we get rid of that. Oh, do we miss? We do. So not great. And get the Toxic. Yeah. That's about what I expected here. I wanted to Willow just to counteract the Leftovers recovery, but that's all right. The question here is, do I use Mirror Coat? Because if you're like modest, that actually does a ton. I'm worried that you switch. I'm gonna go for it. It's a little bit risky. Substitute. Okay, yeah, I might be in a bad spot here. Not ideal. But now at least makes him kind of scared. So because of our bulk here, I'm looking at what point does Draco kill me. It's like if he's modest max, it would at this point. I don't think that you would be modest max if you're sub-toxic. Sub-toxic acid armor. This could just beat me. Actually, it can't because we have Whirlwind on our Hippowdon. So we'll just make sure that... Okay, I think now you sub again. So I'm just going to switch hard into my Hippowdon. This is a losing battle. There's no reason to continue to lose the battle. But sub-toxic acid armor is really, really interesting. Like, what is your attacking move? So I'm looking at my calcs. There's really not a whole lot that you can do. And we can just Whirlwind you out. Yeah, that's actually, I mean, that is phenomenal damage on Goodra. What, like, ideally you go for acid armor again. Do you miss the toxic? We are even for the Will-O-Wisp. All right, so we Whirlwind that out. That's awesome. That is a crazy set from Goodra. And Victini comes out. Okay, where is Victini in my calc? Say you're like Glaciate. Are you really doing a whole lot? Not really. I think here is free Stealth Rocks. We can make sure that... okay, you do U-turn. How much damage is that doing? Like 35? Okay, so that looks like it's a physical set. What if you're Jolly? That's max roll Jolly. Could it be an adamant roll? It could be. I'm still going to assume Jolly. But that is really good to know. Because this now might be like V-Create. Potentially like Zen Headbutt. But that's good to know. Victini is U-turn. Now I'm wondering if this is him thinking. Papyrus. What is Papyrus? The cart. Okay, so cart is a bit of a problem. Let's see, Hippowdon. So Leaf Blade would 100% knock me out. And I don't really switch into it super well. But we got up rocks. So I'm going to Quake. Because the last thing that we can do... Leaf Blade, that's fine. I don't mind that. Goodbye, Hippowdon. The last thing that we could do there would be... Oh, and it's Life Orb. That is great information. Okay, forget everything else. Protecting here is the only reason that I bring this in is to protect. And I really want to just attack. You have the advantage, so you can go for a more risky play and switch. I'm not sure that you can switch. If I get a Swords Dance off, you lose. And I think that you know that. So I think that you have to stay in. If he switches, great play. But I think you should know that if I Swords Dance here, God, that is wild. If I Swords Dance there, I think you lose, right? Because, okay, so Goro goes down to Hippo rocks. Yeah, if I Swords Dance, Goodra dies, Victini, well, I guess maybe not Victini, although I do have Stone Edge, but Victini dies, Kartana dies, Nidoqueen dies, Rotom dies. Here is another situation, do I want to call this, right? Because Rotom, I guess, I mean, I would have to close combat, and after a close combat, I mean, Volt Switch doesn't kill me, but there's no reason not to switch to, like, my Thundurus here, I think. Hydro Pump is the only thing that you can really do to me that I care too much about. I'll go Cryo. Yeah, I'm definitely at a disadvantage already in this match, and that's alright. I kind of figured I would be. That I don't switch in super well to a lot of his mons. It just goes hard defog. That's alright. Yeah, I mean, I wanted the rocks up so that Pangoro couldn't come back in, and it came back in, so it is what it is. Really doubt that this has a whole lot of speed. You might just hard switch, because if I get damage on this... this is tough. I am going to go into Blue Dream here. I think that you hard switch. Because if I get damage on that, then what is really stopping Blaziken from sweeping? Yep. Okay. Into Victini. Perfect. Yet another thing that is potentially stopping me from sweeping. I want to just T-Bolt here, I think. Yeah, I'm just gonna Raw Thunderbolt. Scarf V-Create. Okay. That killed me. Yeah. Well, crit, absolutely. So Victini, everything drops, yeah, blah, blah, blah. KO's Thunder. Okay, so we know it's Choice Scarf. Does that change anything for me? Unfortunately, Rotom is still a huge threat. Do we live? Does Corsola live a V-Create? It does, actually. Yeah. Kind of easily, too. So we can Strength Sap, obviously. I'm trying to think, how do we get damage on Rotom so that we can potentially win this game, and I'm not sure that we can. I'm just going to Nightshade. This is a tough one. It's really unfortunate that the Focus Blast, I think killing Pangoro would have been huge. Obviously, there wasn't anything that I could do about it, though. I think I could have played the Hippowdon a little bit better. And maybe bringing Swords Dance was the right move on Blaziken, because if I got the Swords Dance off, I won. What do you switch into here? Because this is really, really big. Nidoqueen is actually very big. How much does Nidoqueen take from Blaziken? Yeah, I think that actually was enough damage that Flare Blitz is a guarantee kill now. We have to start getting Cryogonal kind of into the mix here. If we can just start launching off Ice Beams, go hard Flamethrower, that is a phenomenal play. Does about 110. Does that look right? Yeah. So we can just Ice Beam here. I don't see a reason not to. Like, I could have knocked off into the Victini. Actually, I should have done that. I definitely should have done that. But I need Cryogonal for the Rotom, unfortunately. I don't think that this is a winnable game. Which is a bummer. I needed to... If I had knocked off there, maybe. Although I'm not sure that I'd see a way to continue through that. I don't know. Plus a U-turn. Yeah, like, I'm getting red really hard here. How do I possibly come back from this? I think the Kartana comes in here, and pretty sure that knockoff... Oh, knockoff was going to kill me regardless, I think. Yeah, even a low roll, I'm going to die to knockoff. So, we'll strength up, but it's not going to matter. Yikes. So Cart KOs Corsola. Oof. Yeah, this is not looking good. I mean, we have to go into Blaziken here. We have to protect. Let's see. Is there a way that I can, like, crit the Rotom and potentially kill? Like, is that even an out? If I crit, I have a 50% chance to KO the Rotom. So, I mean, we can try. Is it worth it to protect here? Probably. Because I think at this point, yeah. At this point, that's what needed to happen. Tailwind? Oh my god, I didn't even know that it got Tailwind. That's wild. That is incredible prep. Well, crap. So, let's see. Kartana. I mean, knockoff might... I mean, I got time, right? This game is pretty much over. If it has Sacred Sword, that kills me. I could try to go for the double protect. Right, like with Tailwind, but I'm at +1. If I get to +2, no, that doesn't matter. Even +3 doesn't matter, so I just need a close combat at this point. And Sacred Sword, yeah, that's a guaranteed kill on me. Well, that's going to be a 5-0. A shame to go out like this. Making the playoffs, honestly, was a huge win for me after losing the first 3 games of the season. Being able to win 5 of the last 6 just to get here was pretty crazy. My team just had some big flaws throughout the whole season that I managed to mask a little bit because of how strong Blaziken was. You know, if I had had Swords Dance on this set and Swords Danced the turn that Kartana switches, I sweep. I win the game. That's it. So it is what it is. Great prep to Mountaih. GG's. Wish him the best of luck moving forward in the playoffs. And yeah, we'll be back for a new league at some point. So I hope to see you guys then. Peace.